In the 2008 election, 58% of the voters in this riding marked a ballot for a progressive candidate, yet we still wound up with a conservative representative. I believe that people in Glenora are ready for a change. This year, the Conservative vote is split between the Wild Rose and the PC, and we have an unprecedented opportunity to ensure progressives are represented in the legislature. The movement towards strategic voting through groups like Change Alberta has been gaining momentum this election. Given that the centre-left is more divided than ever, my two-part question for each of you is this. What do you think about strategic voting as a way to ensuring change in government? And what are the barriers to unifying the centre-left in an effort to represent the progressive voice of Albertans, specifically those of us in Glenora?
Two-part question, so I'll give a two-part answer. What do I think about strategic voting? I'm not a big fan. And that's not just because Change Alberta didn't endorse me. It is actually because I believe that the underlying assumption that you can sort of understand how all your neighbors are going to vote and then you can somehow influence that and change that and that you can predict is actually faulty, especially in this race. It is too close to call. So when it's too close to call and there is no real front runner, what are you going to do? I'm saying vote with your heart, vote with your gut, vote with the person that you think would do the best job. If we all did that, we would have the best person in the legislature. And what is the barrier to unifying the three of us? There is no barrier. They're free to join the Alberta Party anytime they want.
Thank you, Sue. But what's the saying about snowball? You know, to be honest, politicians are politicians, and we're in elections. We're trying to win and put our best foot forward. And I guess politicians like strategic voting when it's working for them, and they don't like it when it's not working for them. I've always said that, and I agree with Sue, that you vote for the people that you want to represent you. I think what's more concerning to me is not about the three of us. It's when I hear some people say, well, gee, I might vote Conservative to stop the Wild Rose. And are you kidding? You know? I don't like that strategic voting at all. I think people have to, you know, they'll make up their own mind about strategic voting, and after each election, everybody assesses where they're at, you know, in all parties. That's just the nature of elections. So 2 days from now, we'll all know what we're going to be when we grow up.
No, it's a serious question about uniting the centre-left, and after the last election I was quite concerned about it, so I actually, along with Alvin Finkel, founded the Democratic Renewal Project. And we brought motions actually to the different conventions, NDP convention and Liberal convention, about progressive people entering more into dialogue with each other. The motion got shot down at the Democratic convention, and the Liberal convention it just barely passed, and actually made a lot of people angry. And even the president of our party quit over this idea that we should enter and have more dialogue between progressive people. I was quite upset with that, and I guess it's an indication that Canadians are very loyal to the institutions that they've been a part. I mean, most Canadians never change their church affiliation throughout their whole lifetime, and there's lots of people that are dedicated to their particular political party. And they just can't find themselves even considering changing the name or anything, because they've been voting Liberal or voting Democrat for years and years and years. And our parties have long traditions. It was the Liberal Party that formed the first government in Alberta. So there's long traditions, and I think it's a very, very difficult question. That's a long answer. That's not really an answer.